Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 212A. It's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the attack team on the south side of Redshire, and it's under the command of Angelina75 OLIMP. And it's the first submission we've had this week for the weekend lying competition for next week. I'm pretty sure you saw it, but she had the improved rammer, the improved vents, and the improved gun lane drive, which would be the exact set of kit that I would put on this vehicle if I actually had it in this battle. Now you can see marks of achievement are really good on this one. Angelina's really been playing it very, very hard. She's getting very good at it. 2 marks of excellence, getting close to her third. Won't be long. And she's picking a spot where she can't be seen by the enemy, but she's far enough away from them that they can't get close to her. 203mm howitzer, capable of doing 900 alpha, and if we look at that, you can see 52mm of pen, 10.4 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. She fired the first round. Oh my god, she got a direct hit with the first round. Yeah, she steadied it, and was absolutely ready, and fired that round in, got an accurate hit, but because the enemy tank went unspotted just before the shell arrived, there's no damage showing at all, but she definitely got the damage out of that one. Angelina's been having a tough time over the past month, not only ill, but she's also been looking after other people as well, and of course, yes, it must be very, very difficult when you're not getting good games, because Angelina's not the only one not getting great games on the NA server, because other people have mentioned it as well. They're having difficulty because, well, it's that time of the year, isn't it? It's getting close to the holidays, and therefore you're getting a lot of people playing who are not very good, and as a result you get one-sided battles. She's lining up the shot ahead of the guy's path as he pulls back, rounds out, and yep, direct hit. She didn't get the kill because that went to RXM57, but her shell impacted against the side of the vehicle just as they shot, and therefore she picked up the stun assist as well for 257. Okay, there's the SPAC 105s, one of those new tanks. Of course, Wargaming brought in a whole host of new tanks in recent history. This is a tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it. Ow, she just got a blind kill on the SPAC. He was too close. Too close to the shell when it went off. And so, yeah, she's got her first kill in this game. There's the IS-32, which I think she has hit before, although I'm not showing any marks on the vehicle. Okay, she's loaded. She fires ahead of his track, and she wipes him out. Second kill. Angelina's very good. She's hot today. She's really, I know, apparently there is a heat wave in America at the moment. We've got one in the UK as well. I'm pretty sure everybody in Europe is suffering from a heat wave. The only people who aren't suffering from a heat wave at the moment are the Aussies, because of course it's winter in Australia. Okay, Kilana guarding the gates, about to get a nasty surprise. That was our teammate in the other Arty. There's an M40, M43, rounds out. Oh, he moved away, but he still lost 217 hit points of damage from that one. Remember, it's only a 10-minute game, so you have to kill all the enemy tanks or conquer the cap within that 10 minutes. The standard reload for this Arty is 37.18 seconds. Angelina's got 30.11, and she's elected to go down to this corner, moving away from the Zeppelin, and I think I can see her logic, because not only is she going to try and get closer to the cap area by going along the south end of the map, but also there's a fair number of enemy tanks up in the north end. She's styling in on the UDES. Rounds out. Well, it landed near where the UDES was last seen. We've only got an SU-101 up there at the moment. He's a tier 7. Now, that might be a bit of a problem for him. Is it tier 7? Tier 8, rather. Not tier 7. Yes, that might be a problem for him. And in fact, actually, he's been wiped out. So there are 3 enemy tanks in the north end. And now our M40, M43 is likely to be in trouble. Because, of course, you can see him. He's the next one in line to meet them. But Angelina's carrying on. She's trying to hit as many enemies as she can. She might get a kill here again. Yes, she got another kill. That's 3. Lead scorer on the team. In fact, lead scorer in the game. Because nobody on the enemy team has more than 1 kill. Angelina is the only one in the game at the moment with more than 1. And, yep, it's quite nice. Unfortunately, the M40, M43 has been, well, he's moved, which means he's probably been spotted. As I said, she's moving along the base of the map, along the south end, trying to get shots onto the enemy tanks. Now she can go for it. Go for the Wizzy. If she can get the shell in, fires as close as she can, and she picks up another kill. That's 4. Unfortunately, we lost the M40, M43. He did get wiped out, as I predicted. So it's a good job that Angelina's moved along the south end of the map, and she does have company. There's a tank destroyer directly behind her, and that's a charioteer. So she's got somebody to defend her if the enemy does get too close, and they might. There's 5 enemy out there. There's only 4 on her team, but the enemy does have 2 Arty. They've still got their M53, M55, and the GW Tiger P. We haven't seen those guys yet. Okay, she's now shooting towards the castle grounds. Fires the round in. And it landed behind the Shah Murat for 88 hit points. I was thinking for a second, if she actually did get a hit on him, she could get 5 kills and she'd be 1 short of getting a top gun. Our guys are moving to try and get in the south. Only 3 left on the team. The charioteers go to the south gates of the castle, whilst the T26E4 is actually going near the cap area. Okay, Angelina's loaded. Can she get a shot on the Shah Murat? Unfortunately, we've just lost the charioteer, and she's going to lose sight of the Shah Murat. She fires in. Unfortunately, it lands too short, and she doesn't get any damage on the Shah at all. And that now presents a bit of a problem, because the only tank on her team now is the T26E4. And if he's gone, then Angelina's the last. And there's 2 minutes left in the game. So Angelina is moving towards the cap, getting ready. Oh, she's been spotted. In fact, she just bounced around from a Bisonte. And the Shah Murat kills her. She would have got a Stark's medal if she'd survived the battle, but her teammate's gone down, and that is the end of the game, unfortunately. Here's the end of battle stats, and well, that even didn't get a mastery in this game. That is ridiculous that it didn't get a mastery. As she says, really, not even a 3rd class. It should have been at least a 3rd, maybe even a 2nd class in that game, because after all, Angelina did get 4 kills and the high win 8 as well. So I really don't understand how she didn't get the those masteries. But it's a no mastery, but she did get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. She did get 4 exactly, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 12. Her win 8 was 2,786, which is Unicum standard. So it was a good game from Angelina's point of view, but not even a 3rd class. Let's have a look at team score. Well, she didn't get the highest damage in the game, but she certainly got the highest damage on her team. The highest damage in the game was the Shah Murat, who happened to kill Angelina. He got 4,719 in that game, and he picked up the high caliber. Second highest damage was Bisonte C45, who got 3,592 hit points of damage. He also picked up a Confederate, and he did get a hit on Angelina, so that hit on Angelina did count towards that Confederate. And when it came to third place, that belonged to the Udas 03, who got a tank sniper and 2002 hit points of damage. Actually, he's not third, is he? No, Angelina's third, 2,573 hit points out of that one. Yes, sorry, Angelina, I got that bit wrong. He's in fourth place with that position. When it came to kills, Angelina's top with that one, 4 kills to her, 3 kills to the Shure MV7X and the Bisonte C45. And in third place, it's the Scorpion on Angelina's team and the M6A2E1. That's the mutant who managed to get 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's the enemy team. The Bisonte came top with 1,365. Then the Shure MV7X with 1,140. Those are the only 2 tanks who managed to make it over 1,000 base. And in third place, it's the Mutant with 857. Angelina only got 480. She fired 11 rounds. She kept pumping those rounds out. She was desperately trying to get that Confederate, but she was getting so many kills, it was actually hampering her ability to get a Confederate. She got 3 direct hits on the enemy, and one of them was a penetrating shot, funnily enough. Does it actually show us which one she penetrated? Maybe the SFAC. Yes, it was. In fact, she got 1,100 hit points in total and 1 penetration. So the shell went right through. He must have been on the move at the time because he suddenly appeared a few yards away from where the impact was. So yes, it must have gone straight through his turret armor and wiped him out completely. She also got 2,573 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She received 3 hits, 2 of which penetrated, 1 non-penetration. It was the 2 penetrations, which were the Bisonte and the Shure MV7X at the end of the game, which finished her off. 360 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were kills, and so yes, she was being hampered by the kills, but as I said, if there'd been less kills and more tanks injured, she would have ended up with 8-0. She might have actually got a Confederate, but as it stood, because she got so many kills, well, she was the lead scorer for her team, and yes, so she didn't get the Confederate in the medal in the end. 257 hit points of stun assist off 6 stuns. On a free-to-play account, she actually made a loss of 17,275 credits, and that's mostly down to the fact she didn't earn a lot from the battle. And you can see she got the free consumables because, of course, she did have the free consumables. I believe she did, and so that's 0. And that's the same way it works when I play the game, because I always buy up a lot of consumables ahead of time, and that way the figures are much better when you get the end results. It's actually you're preparing, you're buying ahead to make sure that you can get it at the cheapest possible price when you use something with consumables. And she picked up 480 base XP out of that game as well. Should have been a lot more, actually, if you think about it, because she did so well. She was the lead scorer on her team, and she was pumping those shells out as fast as she could to get them to work. It was a really good battle, but I'm really surprised that Wargaming didn't give her a mastery. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below. Thanks for watching.